Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Elijah and here I help high-achieving women align spirituality, wellness, and leadership. So today we're diving into a topic that I know so many of us deal with, especially if you're in any sort of leadership role at work. If you're not in a leadership role, you have done work where you're leading others, you've led projects, you lead your family. As you've grown older, you're going to reach a full point of maturity one day where you're going to be leading others, the generation, yada, yada, yada. So we're all at some point in our life faced with this position in our life where we're leading and guiding others. And one of the things that we all tend to go through is imposter syndrome. You know, that little voice inside that says, I'm not good enough for this. I don't speak well enough for this. Who am I to have the authority to make this decision? The person who says, I'm not qualified enough. I need to go back to school and get more education, get additional certifications. You know those voices. Well, it's time that we silence that little voice in our head and silence it once and for all. This is a lesson for myself because I too struggle with this at times, even still. Especially now more so as I'm doing this brand and the work that I do now in my profession. Like, I struggle with this as well, and it's something that I have to put my back into daily to overcome. The first thing that helps me is to remember I am not alone. So your reminder, you are not alone on this journey. There's research that shows that about 70% of the workforce, or 70% of people, struggle with imposter syndrome. Even some of the famous names that we know today, Maya Angelou, Michelle Obama, Oprah, like some of these famous people that we know today, they've also admitted how they themselves also struggled with imposter syndrome. So remembering this just lets you know it's not a reflection of you being incapable, it's just part of your growth journey. I actually talked about this in one of my podcast episodes called The Fool's Journey. I'll have to remember to link it in the episode below. If not, just go check out the episode and just go through. I've got a lot of great content out there. But anyway, I talk about in that episode how when I first moved into the IT role, oh gosh, let me tell you, I struggled so much moving into the IT space. I worked in operations previously for many years, and when I moved into IT, it's like a whole new ball game. I don't have a computer science degree. My degrees are in business. So I just felt very I didn't feel adequate enough for the work, and I felt like that I needed to supplement my learning. So I did go on to get like certifications, do lots of online training, Udemy, to kind of supplement my growth, my trainings. And actually I tailored my master's degree to take in more computer science like degrees, like database design and SQL and all of the things, because I was like, whoa. There's a lot to learn on this side, and I struggled with imposter syndrome horribly. So in the episode, I talk about how I had to remind myself, you know what? You're new. You're not expected to know everything right now. You've got the business background that you need. Thankfully, now I've learned a lot. The second thing you want to do is reframe your way of thinking. You didn't get where you are by accident. Sure, maybe there's like some people that just get there because of who they know, but for the most part, a lot of us don't get to where we are in life by accident. It takes a lot of grunt work, it takes a lot of hard work, it takes a lot of, putting in the hours, learning what you need to learn to get to where you need to be, and actually being a good performer. Like, you have to have high performance in order to get into these roles. So these things don't happen by accident. It does take a lot of hard work and a lot of discipline to get to where you are. So whenever I'm dealing with the imposter syndrome, I just remind myself of that. And I talked a lot about that in the episode I was referring to, or in the podcast episode. It's just, just like, you know what? It's just part of the journey. You didn't get here by accident. You really just have to go in and just, have that pep talk with yourself and reframe your way of thinking. The next thing that helps with imposter syndrome is to really look back at all of your accomplishments. I think we always feel like, oh, I've got to do more. I've got to get another certification, get another training. Guys, my toolbox I call it my toolbox. I have, I'm very into like productivity. We'll be talking a lot about that, but I have a folder, like different folders labeled toolbox. The amount of money that I've invested in my education, not just with schooling, but supplemental learning, coaching, certifications, trainings, courses, books, ridiculous. I have invested ridiculously amounts of money into my education, and I've learned a lot as a result. I've learned so much, which is why my one friend laughs at me. She's like, "You're like an encyclopedia for when it comes to like business and wellness and things like that." But I achieved a lot, and I often feel like I haven't. And I have to stop and remind myself, you've achieved a lot. Be proud of that. So if you're struggling with this, remind yourself of all of the achievements that you've accomplished. The fourth thing that's going to help you is seeking mentorship, being in a tribe. I cannot tell you, I'm a certified health coach, and naturally a part of the process involves training with other health coaches. And I cannot tell you what it did for me to sit down with her face to face and talk to her about my journey, and having a mirror reflect back to me, like, wow, I remember her saying to me, this was actually before I decided to move into the IT space, but with all of the stuff that I had going on with, I had a business with my brother, a nonprofit with my sister, working full-time, going to school, working on these certifications. Don't recommend doing all of that at one time. But anyway, she's like, you're living in like this low grade stress mode. What is going on? And, like having somebody reflect that back to me was so powerful. Like, this is why therapy is great. It's why life coaching is great. It's being able to talk about what it is that you're feeling and experimenting, and then have somebody reflect back to you and remind you of your accomplishments, remind you of the amazing things you've done to date. So sometimes you just need that guide to be your right-hand woman or man to help you. Another thing that's powerful is having community. I did a juice fast this year, and I met some amazing women in this fast. I was part of a community, and we shared our journey and what we were going through, and it was just such a powerful experience, and they cheer you on. So just being in community or having the right level of mentorship is going to support you and remind you of all the things you have accomplished, remind you of how amazing you are, and remind you that you can do this thing, and to remind you that you're not alone on this journey as we often think we are. Then the fifth thing is just to remember, as you move into these leadership type roles or leadership in your life or business or whatever it is that you're doing, leaders are not expected to have all the answers. So reminding yourself of that, you are not expected to have all the answers. That is not what makes you a great leader. What makes you a great leader is your resilience. It's your being authentic, being empathetic, being, someone that will be willing to pull up your sleeves and work with with your teams or the people you're leading. There's a confidence, resilience, all the things. Those are things or qualities or attributes that make you an amazing leader. So just remind yourself, you do not need to have all of the answers. Just that alone is powerful enough. But it's also just, stepping into your power, putting your shoulders back and reminding yourself, I'm here. I'm ready to do the work I'm meant to do in this life, and it requires me to step up and be a leader, and it requires me to put all those negative self-talk beliefs that we have in our head. It just requires that we embrace the role, move forward. No, we don't have to do it perfectly, but work to nurture, our soft skills and the things that are going to make us amazing leaders. And then again, I'll just say it again. Everyone has imposter syndrome. You're not alone with it. So thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. If this message resonated with you at all, make sure you like and subscribe and leave a comment. Leave a comment below. I'll let me know, what you're facing with. What's helped you overcome imposter syndrome? I'd love to hear the stories of other women. Like, what are the things that help you overcome it? Let me know. So until next time, I'm sending you much love and sending you much light. I'll see you in the next video.